Hello. So today's lesson we're going to be finding missing angles in triangles. Firstly, we're going to do our times table starter. So here are the questions. So while you're working on them, pause the tape. Okay, welcome back. Let's have a look at our answers. Just marking your own. Okay, so when we're doing thinking about angles in a triangle, the fact that we need to remember is that all the angles add up to 180 degrees. So we've got angles in this here. We've got A, B, and C, and I've said A plus B plus C is 180 degrees. So just copy that into your book because that's going to be really important to remember. So let's have a look at some examples. So we've got this angle here, A. We don't know what it is, but we know that if we add it to 85 and 37, we would end up with 180 degrees. So we're going to do that by firstly doing a column addition. Remembering this is a non-calculator question. I don't know where that line came from. Can I get rid of that? Sorry about that. So we've got 85 plus 37. So I'm going to say 5 plus 7 is 12. So 2, carry 1. 1 plus 8 is 9. And 3 is 12. So I'm then going to take that 122 away from 180, and that's going to give me the size of angle A. So 0 take away 2 I can't do, so I'm going to borrow 1 from here. It's now going to become 10. So 10 take away 2 is 8. 7 take away 2 is 5. 1 take away 1 is 0. So just to make sure we're showing that we know the answer, so we write it out clearly then at the bottom. A is equal to 58 degrees. Okay, so let's look at this second example. We've been asked to find two angles, C and D. So let's have a look at C first. So same as before, we know that C added to 24 and 102 is going to come to 180. So my first job is my column addition. Okay, so 2 plus 4 is 6. 0 plus 2 is 2. 1 plus 0 is 1. So we're going to then have 180, take away 126. So 6, 0 take away 6 can't do, so I'm going to borrow again. 10 take away 6 is 4. 7 take away 2 is 5. 1 take away 1 is 0. So we've got C. We'll put that up here to make it nice and clear. C is equal to 54 degrees. And if we think back to a previous lesson, we know that these two angles are angles on a straight line. It's not a very straight line. But we know that they add up to 180. But we can see from this that 126 plus 54 adds up to 180. So we can see then that D must be 120 6 degrees. Okay, so here's our last example. So if you see a question like this, these lines here, this one here and this one here, they show us that those sides are the same length. So we've got two sides of a triangle that are the same length. That's an isosceles triangle. And the fact that those two sides are the same length tells us that these angles here are the same. So we know we've got B here and B here. So we do this one ever so slightly differently. We say that we do our minus first, our column subtraction. So again, 0 take away 2 I can't do, so I'm going to borrow 1. Then we've got 10 take away 2 is, is 8. 7 take away 2 is, no, 7 take away 5 is 2. Then 1 take away 0 is 1. So we've got 128, but that is equal to 2 lots of B. So we then half that. So you might be able to see that in your head, but in case you can't, just do a little bus stop. So the 2 goes into 1 no times, 2 goes into 12 though, 6 times, no remainder, then 2 goes into 8 4 times. So each angle B must be 64. So we're going to write that down then as B is equal to 64 degrees. Okay, so side headed main task and have a go at these. There's quite a few there. Okay, so first 10 are relatively straightforward. 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15 are slightly more challenging. So just have a go at these, pause while you're working on them, and then we'll come back and look at the answers. Okay, welcome back. So let's have a look at the answers, just marking your own. Okay, so let's have a look at our checking question now then. So we're being asked for angle X. So have a think about how you would do that. Give it a go, and then in a moment I will go through the solution. Okay, welcome back. So our first thing we need to know is we need to remember that these lines mean that these sides are the same length. So we have an isosceles triangle. And we know then that those two angles, I'm going to call them A, they must both be the same. So my first job is to work out what angle A is. So I'm going to say 180 take away 98. So we've got 82 there, and we can see that that is 2 lots of A. So A must be 41 degrees. So to find X then, because they're angles on a straight line, we know that A plus X must add up to 180. So if we get 180 again, take away 41, that will give us our size of X. So we've got 9 there, 3. So X must be 139 degrees. Okay, so that's the end of the lesson. Thank you very much, and I will speak to you soon.